I want to call the November 3rd, 2022 Daviess County Fiscal meeting to order. Would you bow with me? Our Heavenly Father, we thank you for all the gifts we receive from you. We ask that you watch over the men and women who serve in our armed forces, as well as all of our emergency responders. I ask for wisdom and understanding for this court. Grant us humility in our everyday life and give us the courage to make right decisions for our Daviess County community. We ask all these things in your name. Amen.
Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you, and once again, I want to welcome everyone to our November 3rd, 2022 Daviess County Fiscal Court meeting. Also, this is the first day of early voting. Early voting is taking place right now out at the Owensboro Christian Church. I voted around lunchtime. A lot of people, a lot of people.
8 to 4.
8 to 4, well,
yes,
but a lot of people have.
Did you vote for all the right people?
I did.
Okay.
A lot of people were going through there at lunchtime. It will occur again tomorrow and Thursday. Is it still 8 to 4 on Saturday, Claude?
Yes.
Yes,
8 to 4 all 3 days.
all three.
All
6 on Tuesday.
Okay. So anyway, if you don't know where the polling places are, if you call the clerk's office or you call our office, it should be printed in the newspaper every day. Call any of the candidates. I'm absolutely certain they'd love to have you vote for them, and they'll tell you where you could go vote. Jenny, are you ready?
Yes, sir. Item 1, consideration for presentation. A, proclaim November 2022 as Diabetes Awareness Month.
Commissioner Caslen.
Yes, sir. Proclamation from the Office of County Judge Executive. Whereas diabetes is a serious, incurable disease which can be associated with complications that threaten both length and quality of life, including blindness, heart disease, kidney failure, stroke, and amputations. And whereas an estimated 34 million adult Americans are living with diabetes, including over 450,000 Kentuckians, plus an estimated 112,000 Kentuckians who are undiagnosed. And whereas over 315,000 adult Kentuckians are diagnosed with prediabetes, but there are thousands more who go undiagnosed. And whereas in Kentucky, diabetes is the 6th leading cause of death by disease, and nationwide, it has the 4th highest mortality rate. And whereas annually, diabetes costs Kentucky over $5 billion in medical expenditures and lost work and wages. And whereas an increase in community awareness of risk factors and symptoms related to all stages of diabetes, as well as evidence-based interventions that can improve outcomes and quality of life among those with and at risk for diabetes, can increase the likelihood that they will seek out education, support, and treatment early in the course of the disease. And whereas structured lifestyle changes and programs such as the National Diabetes Prevention Program have been proven to prevent or delay type 2 diabetes in adults with prediabetes, and accredited recognized diabetes management education and support programs that support appropriate self-care and behavior change strategies critical to managing diabetes have been shown to improve diabetes outcomes. Now, therefore, Daviess County Judge Executive Al Mattingly does hereby proclaim November 2022 as Diabetes Awareness Month in Daviess County and urges all citizens to help fight this disease and its life-threatening complications by increasing awareness of the risk factors for diabetes, making healthy lifestyle choices, and by providing care and treatment for those living with diabetes. Signed this 3rd day of November 2022, Al Mattingly.
Thank you, Commissioner, and I don't see anyone here to accept, so Jenny, you'll send it on, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Next item.
Item 2, consideration for approval. A, minutes of the October 20, 2022 Daviess County Fiscal Court meeting.
Motion approved.
Second.
I have a motion and second. Commissioners, you've all had a copy of the minutes in your possession for some time. Any additions, deletions, or corrections? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Next item.
B, all claims for all departments.
Move to approve.
Second.
I have a motion and second. Again, Commissioners, you all had a copy of the bills due and payable by Daviess County Fiscal Court. Any questions of the treasurer? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Next item.
C, interlocal agreement with McLean County regarding Hall School Road Bridge replacement.
Move to approve.
Second.
I have a motion and second. Commissioners, as you're aware, Hall School Road, that's almost as hard to say as Horse Fork Creek, right? So Hall School Road in the west has a bridge, and that bridge was deemed unsafe by the state of Kentucky when they inspected it. It also turns out it's not their job to inspect anymore, so they took it off the list of the bridges that they're going to inspect. The bridge is in an area that is in an area where both McLean and Daviess County have some claim to it. So I have talked with the judge executive of McLean County, Judge Dame, and we have come up with an interlocal agreement where the two counties have agreed to split the cost of replacing the bridge and the maintenance. Claude, you prepared the interlocal agreement. It all looks good.
Yes, Judge.
Protect.
And one of the things we did put in there, at your request and the others, is that it does not do anything to define the county line, this
Right.
agreement.
There has been a disagreement on that portion of the county line for a lot of years. And we just wanted to make sure that regardless, that the number one issue was the public, that the bridge didn't cave in. So we put in the agreement that the fact that we were both working together on the bridge did not give either one a claim or a disclaimer to the where the county line was. Any questions or comments? By the way, we offered them our engineers' services, and they are going to take care of everything, and Daviess County will reimburse them our percentage. So, and I appreciate Judge Dame he actually initiated this this agreement between the two counties. If there are any question or comment by the public, if there are no other questions or comments, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Next item, Jenny.
D, Resolution 2022, Treasury Services at Independence Bank.
Motion approved.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Jordan, tell us what kind of mess you've got us in.
This is a security procedures update for our public fund accounts at Independence Bank. This agreement adds the positive pay service to all of our accounts, which is simply a best practices solution for detecting fraudulent checks as early as possible. Treasurer Hendricks Legal and myself have reviewed it. We found no issues. There are no service fees for this item, and I would recommend approval.
Questions or comment? Question or comment by the public? There being none, all in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries.
E, award bid number 2223-26, Limestone Replacement and Ceiling Project, Courthouse.
Move to approve. Second.
I have a motion and a second. Commissioners, if you noticed at the entrance in particular, but all along the base of the courthouse, the face of the courthouse, the limestone is deteriorating. It's coming apart. At the four entrances to the courthouse is probably due to a lot of the salt that we use to treat the entryways for ice and snow. We've looked at it and have received some bids, and Jordan is going to explain those bids here in just a second. But we felt it was urgent to get started and try to get this accomplished before all the winter set in, because if we don't, it's just going to continue to deteriorate. Believe it or not, the limestone facing on this building was never sealed, which means it absorbs water. When there's water in the limestone and it freezes, it expands and it causes it to crack and flake off. And as you go out, I would invite all of you, as you go out, just take a look at it down and to the right, and you'll see what I'm talking about. Jordan?
As the judge stated, this bid is to repair, replace, and seal the exterior damaged limestone of the Daviess County Courthouse. We received 4 bids ranging from $119,500 to $299,300 and recommend the best evaluated bid submitted by Midwest Maintenance Incorporated in the amount of $138,000. You'll note we are not recommending the low bid. The recommendation is a company that specializes in restoration work. They have numerous past projects of county courthouses and state buildings across the country, which include the Kentucky State Capitol, which has a limestone exterior akin to ours. There are no exceptions, and I would recommend approval.
Questions or comments?
I actually
Yes,
do
sir.
have a question. And I should have asked this earlier when we were talking about it, but are they going to do anything to treat the limestone by the porches and steps so that when we sling that salt out there next time, it'll be
Yes.
protected?
It will be sealed. After they do all the repairs, they will then spray a sealer on it that will protect it from the elements and all that other stuff.
Very good, thank you.
Any other questions? Question or comment by the public? Ma'am, do you have your hand up? This just like an auction. You raise your hand for whatever reason. Okay. Wait a minute. Sold. Any other questions or comments? There being none, all in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Next item, Jenny.
F, promote Gavin Cecil to heavy equipment operator effective November 4th, 2022.
Move to approve.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Congratulations, Gavin. It's always a pleasure to be able to promote from within the workforce here at Daviess County Fiscal Court. Any question or comment? There being none, all in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Next item.
G, promote Kelci Calhoun to animal control coordinator effective November 4th, 2022.
Motion approved.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Once again, it's always a great thing when we can promote one of our own. Congratulations, Kelci. Is that Kelci? I can't read it, Jenny.
Yes.
Yep, Kelci. Wait, it's a chore doing it without your glasses, I can tell you. Any questions or comments? Both this one and the previous one was a promotion. It was a replacement. We're not hiring new positions. We're just replacing or promoting people up. If there are no other questions, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Next item.
H, hire Chris Cunningham as EMA Deputy Director effective November 14th, 2022.
Move to approve.
Second.
I have a motion and second. Commissioners, this is a replacement for an employee that was promoted. I want to welcome Jessica to our Daviess County team.
You're on I, it's H.
I am on I. H?
We're actually on H.
Oh, okay. Well, sorry. Same thing, Chris. This is a replacement for John, who retired just recently. Yeah, I'm sorry. And he is coming to us as the new Deputy EMA Director. Chris, welcome aboard. Any other question or comment? There being none, all in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carry. I'm not going to do another meeting without my glasses. Next item.
I, hire Jessica Ritter as Animal Control Officer effective November 14th, 2022.
Motion approved.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Now Jessica was hired to replace a promotion in the animal control. Welcome aboard, Jessica. Any other questions or comments? There being none, all in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Next item.
Item 3, consideration for discussion. A, other business to be brought before the Daviess County Fiscal Court. I'm not aware of any.
I have none. Next item.
B, public comments.
This is the time in our meeting during which we invite the public to come forward, identify yourself at the podium, and you're welcome to speak on anything other than what was on the agenda. Okay, ladies, it's your time. Come up. Tell us why you're here and what you're doing. Come on. That's what you won. That's the bid you won when you raised your hand. No. Wait, hold on just a second. We're going to get that mic.
I'm pretty loud.
We can tell.
Good evening. My name is
You're mad.
Glad I came tonight. My name is Cheryl Burks McCarthy, and I have some classmates with me today. I think Josh's actually working, but we are excited to be a part of Leadership Owensboro, class of 2023. We are required, and I'm glad, to attend county and city meetings just so that we have a better understanding of what is going on in our place that we reside in, that we work in, that we live in. I am a program assistant at the Daviess County Cooperative Extension Service. Started there in January, and I love what I do. I get to go into schools and different community organizations and promote agriculture. We talk about food and the environment. Happy to be here. Thank you for calling me out, Judge Mattingly. Appreciate that. Thank you. Do you have any questions?
Happy to have you here. No, go sit down.
Thank you.
Sit down. Come on up, ma'am.
All right. Hello, I am Shanna McGinnis, and I'm also part of the Leadership Owensboro class of 2023. And I am an Owensboro resident, Daviess County resident for the past almost 10 years. I initially came here to practice pediatric medicine at Owensboro Health, and I decided to step away from that last July, and I started a small business called Blue Bridge Homes, where I rent houses on Airbnb to people who travel to Owensboro.
I saw an ad for that.
I was in the paper
on Facebook
last week.
And on the paper, yeah.
So anyway, it's been fun to transition to a new thing, and I've enjoyed being part of the class so far and learning more about how Owensboro works.
Good. Well, I'm going to make a little statement at the end of the meeting, and it doesn't have a doggone thing to do with you, so just understand that.
Okay.
You two? You are in, no, you get up here. Set your stuff down, and you get up here and you tell us. We're not going to let you get by.
I guess if I have to. Hey guys, my name is Josh Kelly. I am a student with Leadership Owensboro, class of 2023. You guys know me. I've been here for several meetings, but if I have not gotten the chance to meet with you guys yet, I am a journalist with Owensboro Times. And I've been there since last June. I have grown up, lived in Owensboro my entire life, except for I went to school. And so, yes, I've been, like they said, I've enjoyed my time with Leadership Owensboro so far. Sorry, Jordan, I'll just get a little closer. But yeah, that's really all I have. So,
you know, he's got a button back there that he can do to make,
he can turn me off, I'm perfectly fine with it. So we good.
Josh, thanks. You do a great job.
Thank you.
Anyone else out there? Okay, none. Jenny, next item.
See comments by Daviess Fiscal Court.
Commissioner Caslin.
Pass.
Commissioner Wathen.
I want to mention the Trash for Cash program. They've already started, in fact, November 1st, started accepting applications for the nonprofits. The nonprofits can, they apply. If they're approved, then they go in, they clean different roads in the county. They receive a minimum of $100 per mile road that they clean. Now the reason we don't know for sure the amount of money they can earn is it's determined by the Energy and Environment Cabinet Division of Waste Management, and it's based on the environmental fee of $1.75 a ton that we collect at the landfill. So right now, for anybody who wants to apply, you actually would do the work in 2023, but now's the time to apply, and you can just go to our website, and there's an application on there. Okay. All right?
You want to talk a little bit about Christmas at Panther Creek that's going to be coming up, I guess, in
You know,
3.5, 4
dates.
weeks?
I don't know the dates.
Doesn't it start Thanksgiving or Thanksgiving night?
I think the week of Thanksgiving.
Yeah. That's all right. We're pretty close.
It starts Friday after Thanksgiving and runs
yeah.
through, I guess, the 2nd of January.
Bigger and better this year than it has been in the past. So come on out, and $5 a carload, I think. Yep. Anything else?
That's it.
All right. Just a couple of things.
Skip Mike?
That's okay.
No, I didn't want to hear from Mike.
Oh, okay. Well, could
I can't-
could I have his time?
No,
since
no.
I've already passed.
I can't blame him on my glasses, can I, Mike?
No,
Go ahead.
just the hearings,
Yes.
Judge.
Yes,
That's okay.
thank you.
Be glad when we find out next week how the election turns out. And everybody's out working hard. Got to be wore out. I've done that before. And so just good luck to everybody and get out there and vote for the right person. And thank you, leadership students, for coming tonight. Great organization. You all are our future leaders, so thank you.
Commissioner, did you forget to tell them about this morning?
Not this morning, but there was something that popped in my head that I didn't have written down.
All right.
Veterans Day parade's coming up, and I think that's Saturday, and I think it's at 2 o'clock. If you're in the parade, I think the lineup time is 1 o'clock, and 2 o'clock's the actual parade. The schools and the veterans groups are having lots of different veterans events pretty much from now all the way through Veterans Day. And so I would encourage everybody to take an opportunity to participate somehow. And if you don't do anything else on Veterans Day, at least thank a veteran for their service to our nation.
Thank you. This morning, I attended, along with the mayor and Commissioner Castle, the graduation of 5 folks from a school of sorts at the Daviess County Jail. One of the things we're doing with is trying to give those men, I didn't see any women, Charlie, I haven't seen any women joining in yet, but those folks that are in the program a head start when they leave Daviess County Detention Center. The city and the county funded that program. This is our second cohort. We already graduated 5 folks. We graduated 5 today, and we have 5 more that we introduced this morning and signed them up. This is all in-house through computers and those kinds of things. My goal at some point is to give them hands-on training right there in the jail. You can tell somebody how to use a screwdriver, but it sure is a lot easier to teach them how to use a screwdriver. So that may be where I end up when my political career is over. Speaking of that, first time in 20 years that I'm not on the ballot for election to some office in this community. My wife and I voted early, and we walked out, and I told Judy, it's the first time in 20 years. She said, really? And I go, okay. So our next meeting is the 15th of June. That's a Tuesday at 5 p.m.
15th of November.
I'm sorry, 15th of November. I've got June on my mind. 15th of November, 5 p.m. Some of us are going to be gone, at least I'm going to be gone to a CACO meeting. It's the annual CACO meeting. At that meeting, and I hope some of these folks are listening, at that meeting we will begin the first reading of an appeal for a rezoning out on Highway 144. And we're going to do it a little differently. We call to read the ordinance. We will review the record, and we will not be taking testimony by either side. We'll make our decision based on the record, and it's pretty straightforward. So anyway, that's the 15th, and then we will, I think is it the 5th or the 1st of December, we will have the second reading, and that's when we'll decide whether to vote to rezone the property. Normally I don't respond.
Could I
yes, sir.
Speak to what you just mentioned? I know we have a packet that we've been given already with the transcripts and the report that the staff gives. Most of the time we get a copy on a flash drive or something of the meeting to where we can watch it. Is that not going to be made available?
If I'm not mistaken, is that on their computer or is that available? I received a flash drive and then they came and took it back for whatever reason. They were having some issues. I have the copy on my computer. Jordan, can we transfer it from my computer to the commissioners and get it to each of them? Yeah,
Thank you.
We'll do
I
that.
appreciate it.
Yep, no problem. Anyway, last week, there were a couple of letters to the editor about our last fiscal court meeting, and I don't know if you guys read them or not. And again, I don't usually respond to those things because you would be responding to all kinds of wild allegations and claims. But they were pretty false, and in my opinion, impugn the integrity of some of our reporters, perhaps. The first letter, the writer said that recycling would prolong the life of the residual landfill that we were replacing, and it said the residual is a separate site in the area mainly designated for construction debris and similar material. The new landfill is not where trash is put, so recycling really wouldn't have an effect. Most of the stuff, a lot of the recycled stuff, you can't get rid of it anyway, and a lot of recyclers are picking up stuff to be recycled, and guess where it goes? Where does it go? It goes to the landfill. If they can't sell it, they got to get rid of it, so they pay they get the money from the customer, and then they pay us to dump it. The other letter accused us of raising the room tax. If you recall, we amended and actually completely replaced 2 ordinances and amended 1, and we didn't raise the room tax in those. The room tax is the room tax at 6%. 3% operates the CVB, 2% debt services. Some repairs that we did to the River Park Center and to the Museum of Fine Arts, and we accumulate over a period of time some extra money that has to be distributed to those arts agencies. And the other 1% we added back when the convention center opened to help the city defray the cost, the operating loss of the convention center. What we did, wait for it, what we did was we leveled the playing field because Airbnbs were not collecting and remitting the tax to Daviess County Fiscal Court, which meant less money going to the CVB, less money going to offset. So all we did was level the playing field, and now Airbnbs and hotels and all those other people that already pay it, they will be paying it. So there was no increase in taxes. I don't know that I've got anything else. Yes, sir.
Since you brought up the landfill, I want to mention one thing about it. It's a little confusing because we were talking about the new cell we're doing and how long it would last. And the implication was that we were going to run out of landfill area for the landfill soon. But we purchased, in the last 10 years, I believe it's 210 acres.
Yes.
So there's enough room for a landfill for probably the life of everybody in Daviess County right now. We'll still have the landfill land left over. So that was a little confusing, so I just thought I'd mention that.
And we are attempting to purchase, or I'd hope to purchase some more land.
But there's a lot of room out there for growth for the landfill for many, 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 many years. So anyway.
All right, if there's no other business to be brought before Daviess County Fiscal Court without exception, we're adjourned.